Gerry Geurts and his contribution to curling cannot be overstated. I think people like Gerry, who have an incredible passion for curling, curling's lucky to have them involved. I think it's the best way to put it.
Gerry Geurts, Geurts. I don't know a guy, apart from me maybe, who works so hard in curling for the sport of curling for such little reward. I think too many people take him for granted.
Gerry Geurts is probably the most passionate person I know about the game of curling, and he doesn't get nearly the credit he deserves. He's a great guy. He always thinks about the game first and foremost, and the players and everything around it. Always comes up with ideas to make it better, and we wouldn't be where we are without Gerry Geurts.
Gerry Geurts is a curling, I was going to say curling nuts, but he's also a curling guru.
G-stats is what I call him. His brain is made of binary code, I think.
I often compare Gerry Geurts to Jonah Hill version of curling versus Moneyball.
My name's Gerry Geurts. I am the president of CurlingZone.com, information portal site for curling. I work and consult with several organizations. The World Curling Tour, I guess my official title there is operations. Kind of just make something up, but my job there incorporates working with the events, making sure all the results and information is posted.
He's everywhere, whether it's World Curling Tour, CurlingZone, Sportsnet, volunteering, Ontario Curling Tour, you name it.
He is extremely passionate about the sport. He basically lives, breathes, thinks all about curling all the time.
He's the science behind this. I think that he's incredibly underrated. What he does keeps this whole event moving. I have a lot of accolades for him.
For some reason, as a kid, I was drawn to curling on TV. You know, I grew up on a dairy farm, no cable, so CBC and a couple other channels were what we got. And as a kid, I was statting Blue Jay games. I was collecting box scores, charting numbers. So for me, I've always been a bit of a stats geek, and numbers and analysis was something that, even as a 10-year-old kid, on the farm, I'd be listening to the Blue Jays games sitting in the tractor, and I'd have my sheet of paper and I'd be charting the game, marking the game down. I even had my own system on how I did it. I didn't follow any conventional. I kind of came up with that on my own.
He is a genius. He runs stats, he runs interviews, he streams games from clubs. This man knows everything and anything about curling and makes our life a lot easier, because the questions that we can't answer, we say, have you met Gerry Geurts?
I had a discussion with him once, and I asked him, how many times does Glenn Howard win when he's up 2 points in the first end? And off the top of his head, he goes, I think he's only lost twice when that's happened. Hang on a second. He pulls out his laptop and he looks up some stats, and he's like, yeah, it was this game against Stoughton and it was this game against somebody else. And it was just bizarre how he just absorbs all this material.
He's a huge part of this. He knows everybody. He's great to everyone, and he really does drive the sport from a community level all the way up.
He basically works 18-hour days trying to run all kinds of stuff that's related to curling for the promotion of the sport.
It's not glamorous. He's not making a living or he's not going to retire next year based on what he's making at these events.
The way I look at it, I retired in 2006, and I've been doing this full-time since then, and it's not a job, it's not work.